Hello, sir. Good evening.
Yeah, hello, good evening. Okay, very less strength today. We'll wait for a minute maybe, and
Yes,
then we'll
yes.
start.
Sir, I have a personal doubt regarding Medvan.
Yeah.
I am very weak in Medvan, and I have not do not know how to proceed like AQPQ session, or because I not proceed like any momentum or for this course.
Okay. Have you tried doing lab assignments?
Yes.
How are you feeling in that? So have you been able
In
to
le
understand the
in labor
problem?
assignment only one assignment is right for me, and other is very tough, crucial for me.
So which one was tough?
Like week 3, week 4, week 5.
Okay. So you are able to understand HTML part, is it?
Yes, sir, I understand, but in then we coded part. I have to see all the recordings of TA for lab assignment.
Yeah, so that is fine. So it is how it should be, right? So you should uh, take one of the guide and then follow that particular thing. So this is how you will start off. You will not know everything in one go. It happens.
Yes,
It takes time. Many people. So I'll just give you one example. So uh, I started off this degree from the first batch. So from that time to this today, it has been 5 years now, and many people are still uh, not able to complete the project. So they are from the first batch and still they have taken 5 years not able to complete the project. I have seen many people who come to offline boot camp and all. I met them. They are also facing the same kind of scenario where they are not doing practice. They are not following one particular guide in one way. So they are going forward with so many things and then coming to a place where they don't know anything. So you have to follow one of the particular guide, follow that to an extent, maybe for 2 months, maybe, and then see where you are. So
yes, sir.
starting off, it is okay, but yeah, you have to follow that. You will get cross the you will be able to cross the line when you are practicing for one particular thing. So one advice I can give you, uh, try to. So I guess I believe I know that you have the solutions for these lab assignments and all. You know
Yes, sir. Yes,
that
sir.
are there. Try to at least see that and then try to code it. So this will be a good idea to start off with, and then after you have done, it is already, yeah, this is a copy pasting job, but you have to do it at least. Try to code, and then when you have done one particular lab assignment, then try to do it by yourself and see where you are lacking, and then you can work on that. You can go to Google, you can use any LLM to explain you that particular pointer where you are struggling to, or you can just post it on Discord so that we can maybe answer, or TA can answer. So it is about practice, how much practice you are doing. It depends on that. So it is okay. So
Sir,
you are
if I complete all the lab assignment, then I can also complete the project for the next term.
Yeah, so I particularly, whenever I meet people or students, so I tell them, if you are able to do week 7 lab assignment, you will be able to complete the project. So that is like that. So week 7 lab assignment covers all the major aspect what needs to be done in MAD 1 project. So yeah, obviously yes. So that's the thing. You can, if you are able to do it by yourself, yes, you should be able to complete the project itself.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so the practice will be there. You will take time. It is just normal thing to happen. So try it. You can fail in that. It's fine. But yeah, try it. Trying is the option which you have, right? So try it,
Yes, sir. Yes.
right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So today's session is about API. I guess you have already gone through one of the session where you might be introduced to API. But in this session, I'll be just taking one of the example and we'll try to maybe code it and maybe try to understand what is going on there, right? I've shared you the link which you can see in the chat. What I do is in my session is I use my GitHub profile and then where I keep the codes and document and we use that in the session and we do the proceeding. Uh, so in this term, I tried to create one small app, I would say, that is about LinkedIn search. So what I'm doing there is I created a Flask RESTful API and also app where there is one screen where you can just give your name. Let's say my name may be Sri Krishna Pandit. So I give a name and press a button, and then after pressing that button I can get the link of that particular name of LinkedIn. So LinkedIn profile will be there. So this is the app, this is the thinking behind it. uh, so we are not too much concerned about if it is giving you the correct link or not, but we are more concerned about the logic. So logic would be we are able to do the CRUD. So if you attended my session later in the previous week, you might have heard the word CRUD. So I talked about CRUD in the last part of it. So that CRUD is our focus. So we want to do the CRUD operations with the RESTful API, Flask RESTful API. And so one of the things with API is API will give you a return data in JSON format. I believe you know JSON format for now. So JSON format is just like a Python dictionary kind of format. You get a data in that key value pair and you use it somewhere in the front end or wherever you want. So that is a text based thing, right? So if it is a text based thing, you won't be able to use it directly in the screen. You have to manipulate something and show it maybe in using JavaScript or any JavaScript framework. We won't be able to do that here because this is Mad1 course. We are not going there, but we can use one thing that is Jinja, right? Jinja will be allowed for us and we can use that. So in the program, when you go to this particular link where what I've said, sent in the chat, you can open week 6 and in the week 6 part, you can see one of the Python file called as sep underscore API. So you can open it and see what is written there. uh, that the py file covers first part is about RESTful Flask RESTful APIs, get, post, put, delete, and the other part in the later part you will see it is a route, Flask route, which is being used, and then you are able to use that to show it in the screen. Okay, so we will see both of the things. We'll try to focus on how it is working and what things are there related to Flask and Flask REST. So this is the idea. Any questions right now? Have you understood what I said? Or if you are not able to understand, you can just give me maybe thumbs down or thumbs up, something like that. Are you understanding what I am saying? Maybe thumbs up. Okay, looks good. Okay, okay. I'll share my screen and then we'll try to see what happens in this particular app. I'll go to my VS Code. I've opened the same link what I've sent to you. This is week 6. I'm opening sep api.py and here we are. This is the code. Hopefully it works. I'll just run it. Before running, you should know that we need few of the requirements. I'll come to that. Okay. First, let's try to run this. So can anyone tell me how to run a particular Python file, the code of it? Anyone, if he knows?
By Python and then file name.
Okay, good. So Python and sep API is the file name. So it should work. Uh, let's go to this URL. So if you go to this URL, something like this will appear. I'll just try to delete this. So this is the one already given there. So I'll just try to delete it. So if I press this button, a API call will happen and a delete operation will be performed. So if I press this, it should delete. So now this is the main page. It should be the starting page. So let's say I search for my name and I press this button. So I am now making a post request. After that post request is made, some data has been generated somewhere, and then it returns something. After it returns, I can read it. I am showing in the screen, so I can read it. So first one is post, and then I'm using get to read it. So post, get, and also I've shown you to delete operation. So other the one, let's first see. So this is the link which you have. I'll try to open it. Hopefully it opens. So if I go to this link, it is working fine. It is fine. So as I said in the starting, our aim is not to make this a perfect LinkedIn profile finder. Our aim is to understand how things gonna work. So let's say I can change the name. So I've tried out by changing the name of it. So if I press a button called update, it should call a put API request, and then it should replace this name by the name which I have given afterwards. So this is the aim. Okay, so if I press the button, it should do something and it should show it here. So let's press this button and it changes the name, right? Uh, have you understood what I said throughout what we have done? So one thing is post, one thing is get, one thing is delete, and one of the thing is update or put or patch or whatever. So it is happening, right? CRUD is happening. Any doubts in that? Have you understood? Maybe just give me a thumbs up, maybe so that I can understand you got the logic. Yeah. So yeah, good. So this is happening by only the basic thing what you have learned in API. I guess you have learned it in the previous session. So we are just doing the same thing, but for a different kind of logic maybe. So it can be like it looks like a, let's say it can become maybe any other Instagram profile finder. You just give a name and it gives something like that. You can just replace this and do it like that. So I'll delete this one for instance.
Excuse me, sir. Like
Yes, yes.
over here, the research and add is the post thing, right?
Yeah,
Like,
this is that. Yes, post. So let's do it again. So when I give a name, I'm giving some data to the API, let's say, and then if I press this button, it should call a post API. So it do something, it does something, and then it gives me the data. When it gives me the data, it is, let's say, we can assume it is performing get request. Any other question in this right now?
and update is the put function, right?
Yes, put. I'm using put. It can be replaced with patch also, but yeah, I'm right now I'm using put.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sir, getting this form is also coming from the Git.
Uh, this form is it you're
No,
talking about?
above one, where we are filling the name.
This is a Jinja form or HTML form. So I have created one thing. So let's go to this file. So this looks like yeah, I guess this one. This is the form which I'm using. Any question in it?
So this form is coming by the post. Right?
So this form I have created. When I press a button, it should perform a post request or method, whatever you can call it. So
Then
I
how the what this get method is giving this form on the screen?
get is so this is so let's see this. So this form is this one, this particular block which you are seeing. When I press this, it should perform a post request here. And then after that, it should check for the profiles inside the database. So this for loop, it checks for it. If something is there, after it has done some manipulation and all, it checks for a profile. So continuously it is checking whenever I'm doing it. So it checks, and then if there is something, it provides you the data here over there. So it is a get request, you can assume.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Any other question? Any other question you guys have?
Sir,
Yeah.
after this post, when we, I mean, say submit or search an ad,
Hmm.
so when you say post, so basically something is happening on the server side. Now to get this data back, somebody has to call that get method. So is it being triggered
Yeah,
internally?
correct. So let's go to the code. So here you can assume, so because I'm not using the API directly, but I am using this route. Hope you can see this route. I
Okay.
wanted to work with a Flask app. So this route you can see, right? It handles both get and post request. And by the logic, first anything, whatever you are calling, get by default it gets a get request. So its behavior is to get something. Are you getting it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Actually, my concern was the line number 108. It was redirect, sir.
Yeah, correct. So
So
when I
actually,
press it, it takes the data, and after committing, it does this. So it comes back, and it was a not it was it was not a post request. So it goes to this line number 110.
yes, sir. Got it.
Yeah. Any other question right now?
Sir, are we using LinkedIn? I mean, REST calls. I mean, are we? Uh,
No. We are not using that. So I'll come to that part also. That is supplementary. Uh, we don't want to go there, but yeah, I'll tell you what I am using. I used many things and then come to this part, but yeah, I'll tell you. Any other question right now about this particular HTML file which others are seeing? Okay, I assume you have understood the logic. So now we'll try to build it. I've already created the code. You can see the code, but we'll try to build it one by one. What we can do. I'll- we'll be writing something. Hopefully, you can also do the same and try to create it for your own. Uh, as I said, it can give you a wrong URL as well. It's fine. We are okay with that. But yeah, the logic you should be able to understand. So let's come back to the code. So you have seen this particular HTML page. Let's come back to the code now. So let's see this. So now it's
For this, can we code along?
yes, you can code along. Yes, fine. But yeah, so there are so many things. I would first ask you to see what is written, and then I will tell you when to code along.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So when you are going forward with Flask app, you should be understanding what are the needs of this particular app. At the starting, I said I'll be using the Flask RESTful API. Fine. So for that, we have to install the RESTful library and all. So this is the requirement. And then again, I said I will be using Flask app to show it in the screen so that it can work with Jinja and all. And we are able to see a graphic, right? So that is the main thing. So that's why we have to use Flask. And inside that, the Flask app and request is the library which we should be using for form. And then if we are talking about JSON data being sent, we have to use the library called JSONify. and render template, redirect, URL fall you have already used for Jinja templating in. So these are the things there. Uh, One more thing is right now, so we have till this point, I guess I believe that you have used all your models in the same file. We have changed that format now, so we are calling a file from the same particular directory, and we are using a database from there. So we are creating that in other file and using it here. So that's why the third line is there. And the last line is for the purpose of searching the name and uh, to get some data or the URL links or something from the internet, we have to use one of the libraries called DDGS. So this is a DuckDuckGo, if you know about it. So DuckDuckGo is something similar to Google search. So that is what I'm using. Why I'm using it is because it is a free open source thing. You can just use any number of it. Otherwise, you have to give a API key for Google, and so many things are that. So that is complicated. For the sake of just showing the details, that's why I'm using DuckDuckGo. So this is the one of the things you have to install it. Uh, Now somebody said we'll code along. So to code along, you must have to do something like this. So you have to you can create one particular folder and also create one file, and then I'll yeah. So I'll just copy this. Sorry, it is not copied yet, and paste it in the chat so that you can go ahead and paste it in your terminal and use this. Yeah. So copy this and paste it in your terminal and run it, so that the Flask is there in your system, Flask RESTful is there, Flask SQL Alchemy, and DDGS.
Sir, can you please explain once again what is the work of DDGS?
This is just a search library. You don't have to worry too much about it. You can assume it as an extension of it, extension of the app. It is just as like you would say you are using, let's say, Zomato. You are seeing a map, but you're not seeing how Google Map is working, right? It is also working like a library, sorry, API. So you can use it, but don't have to worry too much about it. It is not in this course. That is just a search engine, you would say. Hope you all have installed it. Install these
Yes,
things.
sir.
Let's go ahead. We are done with that. So you already have the code. You can just copy paste it. So Flask RESTful. You might have to create a model. So go ahead and try to create a file called sep dot model or something, whatever you want to name it. Name it and add it here. Okay. So third line should be that. So I'm using sep models. That's why I'm writing it here. Okay. Go ahead, because you have to use Flask SQL Alchemy for this. Uh, you have to write this from Flask SQL Alchemy, import SQL Alchemy, and then you have to initiate it. DB equal to SQL Alchemy. You can copy paste if you want. That's fine. I'm okay with that. You can copy paste all of the things. That's fine. So this is just a library. Sorry, this is just a class. I have named it LinkedIn profile. You can name it anything or whatever you want. I have just shown you this is the convention it will follow. So even though it is written in capital L, but SQL Alchemy will make this database look like L, small L, and then the profile. So this is the actual name which will be seen in the database, SQLite database. And these are the columns which you should be using. So three columns I'm using: ID, name, and LinkedIn URL. That's it. Copy paste it. If you're done, just tell me yes or no if you're following this. Otherwise, let's continue after that.
Sir, how to change folder file name like selfmodel.py?
How to change means you have to create a new one. So you go to this particular icon, click on this new file, and then you can type it sep
Okay.
model dot py and done. We just have to copy this particular thing. So control plus all. So if you are using Windows, control plus A, control plus C, and control plus V. This is what you can do. If anyone is following, just say yes or no if you are done. Otherwise, we can continue.
Yes, sir. Done.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I'll remove this file for now. Okay. Now let's come back. So these are the configuration. First one, yeah. Somebody want to speak?
Sir, I am not able to install that
What
DDGS.
is, what is the issue? So what is the error it is giving?
One minute, sir. It is showing failed to build installable wheels for some pyproject.toml waste project brotil.
Is it saying to install anything else? Or last line, what is the error?
That
Anyone else faced any error while installing DDGS?
No,
No,
sir.
sir. Not.
Yeah, it can be a issue of maybe Python
Virtual
version.
environment.
Yeah, or also if you are using virtual environment, that can be the case. I'm not sure.
I am using virtual environment.
Uh, I would suggest use your local system. It's fine. It is not taking too much of space. You
Okay,
can
sir.
use it.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, virtual environment is okay. It's fine, but we are not taking too much of space, so you can just install it outside.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So these three lines are basically you know already that we have to first of all give an instantiation for Flask app. So first line is that, and then we have to configure it. So database needs to be addressed and shown somewhere. So that's why the seventh line is there. You are giving the name for URI, and then it will store the data in that. Eighth line is not compulsory, but you can use it. So it is just basically saying you don't have to track all the modification happening in the database. So that's it. So it is okay if you want to do it, but by default it is false now. So it's fine. Okay, till this point we have already seen these things. In line number 10, because we have a separate file now for database, so this is the file we have. So SEP model on the left panel of your screen, and SEP API on the right panel. So because we are using a separate file for our table or database model, we have to initiate it here. So for initiating it here, we have to first of all call, that is the line number third, which is representing that. So DB, and then it will be told that connect with my app and initiate it. So the code for it is this init underscore app, and then you have to give the name of the variable which you have given here. So this is line number 10. So you have to write it, otherwise it won't understand what is DB and why we are doing something or manipulating with that. Okay, till this point everyone is on the same page or no?
Sir, we
Yes,
can
sir.
Yes.
also
Sir,
do it
can
by using the DB equal to SQL Alchemy app.
Okay, yeah, come again, what you said.
Sir, we can also do the line number 10 by using DB equal to SQL Alchemy, and then in bracket we are going to write
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So if you are using same thing, so if you are using same model in this file, one file, you can go ahead with that. Because we are initiating it here in the some other file, that's why we had to initiate it again with the app. Otherwise, you have to use this particular line number 4 in this, and then you have to connect with app. Both are okay, but point here is I'm using a separate file, so I have to somehow tell the file and the app that we need to be connected, and then we will do some manipulation. So that's why we are using this. Otherwise, you have to add app here, and then you have to call app from here. It will be a circular error. Otherwise, the point here is we don't want to make that. So you can do it, but it depends on the situation which you are using. Hope it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, so now because we are in the session of API, we have to write a variable called API, and then we have to call API and connect it with the app. So this line number is that. So first of all, so class RESTful and then API. API is one of the module which you can just use, and then you have to write it down, and then just like you were doing for this app, connecting it with the app, you have to connect it with the app here also. So this is the creation now. So now we are ready with the setup of database. We are ready with the setup of API. Now we can use it. How will you use it? Because API cannot be directly be said that I am using it. You have to create a resource. So that's why we will go ahead and try to do that. I'll come to this function after that. So this is how I will say. You can see in when we were working with database, I said class and the name and then db.model, replacing this part here and adding resource, so that our API, this variable line number 11, can understand that we are dealing with API now. So this line number 33 is doing that. Okay, till this point, hope you have an idea that why we are writing and how it will be connected, or why we are writing resources and how API and app will be connected. I believe it is a yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Now let's come back to this particular function. Because our app needed something from outside, some kind of uh, task to be done from outside. Outside means not from this app but somewhere else. Because we are in right now we are working with internet, it can work for us. This particular function can work for us. So what I'm doing in this function is, I'll just tell you in simple words. We can go ahead with the code and all, but yeah, in simple words, what it is doing, this function is saying, whenever this function named as scrap LinkedIn URL will be called along with the name or data uh, given to it, it will search along with the name in the internet, and it should go ahead with searching of LinkedIn profiles. Maximum up to 5 links it will search. So line number 21 is like that. Up to 5 links it will take, and then it will run a for loop and try to see if it is a href, or it is a link or not, something is written in the URL or not. It will match with it, and if LinkedIn profile is from India, it will go ahead and give the link. IN is for India. So this is what it is doing. This is the focus of this. You don't have to worry too much about it. It is not from your course, but yeah, because we have to do something from internet, that's why we are using. Meanwhile, if I stop my internet, let's say if I stop my Wi-Fi, it shouldn't work because it is working as a search engine. It is just searching for me and giving me the data. So it is clear. Hope it is clear what I just said. If you have any doubt, you can just ask. Okay, I believe you have understood. Okay, so let's keep
And
it.
which part is seeing that internet is open or closed?
So this how so yeah, one question for you. If you are going to Google and searching something, how will you get to know that it is not working? So The internet is off.
Sir, there is a message come if it internet is off. There no
Yeah.
internet connection.
Yes, same will happen here also. So this line, when I've given the query, this is what you are giving. Let's say if you have a word, you want to search what is the day today. So this is the search which is happening. This is the query, and then it is this particular library is going to check, just like Google is doing, that what is there, and yeah, it will take store the data in line number 20 results. So line number 20 is going one by one and checking if we have internet or not, we are able to search or not. That is doing that. DDGS.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So now we'll keep it here, and we will, whenever we require, we will use it. Okay. I'll create one file so that uh, not here. Why it is showing red? Okay, it's fine. We'll go and create one file. Let's say I have already created one. Yeah, try.py. I'm using it. So I just copy the first phase of it till here. So till this part, we have understood what is going on. Now, one by one, we'll see what can happen. So let's see. Let's say I write a class. So it can be named as anything, whatever you want to write. Because I have used LinkedIn search, I will use the same for once. After this, what? So first of all, because I have to search for something, I will first of all use post. Okay. Do you agree with me or not? So first of all, it should be a post, right? Before getting something, it should be posting something, isn't it? Yes, no, something.
No, sir.
Yes.
For searching anything, we should use get. Na?
No, no. So how will you search? You are giving some data, right?
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. So you are giving some data. That data will be used to search. So that means you are posting something. You are giving the data, and now whatever it will do in terms of post. So let's try to create first post. It will be same just like you are creating a Python function. So def post and bracket. So here, if you see, so I have written def post, but because we are working with a Python class, we have to define it as a self, right? Otherwise, it won't be understanding. Are we talking about this particular function inside the resource or some other? It will. So if I don't use self, it might not understand that how many posts are there. It can get multiple values. Okay, so you will get a error if you don't use self. Try it out, you will get some error called I have got multiple values, I won't be able to understand. So to make it understand that we are talking about only one post that will be handled by this particular API, we have to write self. Okay, so something, it is coming from Python, so you should be knowing why we are using self. So now if we are using, let's say, post, it depends on how the situation is working. Let's say if I want to give some data in the body, right? So you have some body. So let's come here, Thunder client, and go to this place. So whenever you do some search, or you do some kind of manipulation in terms of CRUD, you when you give post, you should add some content in the body. It can be JSON formatted, it can be any other format, but yeah, so here because we are using JSON formatted, so we have to give something inside a body. This is one kind of part, how you give the data or get the details. The other is here in the URL also you can give something, right? Have you seen something? So if you are searching for some, let's say, uh, you're making a get request, you give some data in the URL itself, and it does something. Have you seen? Yes, no, in the URL.
Yes, sir.
By acquiring parameter we can give.
Yeah. Yes. Correct. Right. So in whenever you are working with API, it might be the case. Not this. Yeah. So whenever you are working with the API, it might be the case that you want in the post request also you have to give some data. So you can give, let's say, name maybe, uh, and it is a condition that not every time you would need uh, a name, right? So what you can do is you can give none. So this is also which you can do. Till this point, are you understanding what I'm saying? So parameter can be given and it can be used. If it is not compulsory to give every time the name, it is fine. It can be written as none and it still be able to handle it. Are you getting it?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, good. So till this point, this is the scenario. One more thing to just add upon. This is not only about post. This is also about get. This is about patch, put, or any other method which you are using. So that is like that. Now, when you have talked about parameter inside a URL, that's fine. Now we have to get some data. That's where we have a library called request. So how will you use it? Request is one of the library which you can use and get the data. So if I write, let's say, name or data, let's say data, I call it. So now if some data is being sent by the post request, that is from, let's say, coming from this body, we can get that, and we can use request library to show the data. So request dot a common extension is called as get sorry, get JSON, because it is a JSON formatted data. We want it in JSON format. Okay. Now, because we have to use it to understand what is going on, we might have to store it somewhere. The data needs to be stored somewhere. So let's see what we are giving. So here you have a key value pair called name and the value. So name is what we want. So let's come back here and let's try to write, let's say, name equal to data. So it is suggesting me the same thing. So data dot get, because it is giving the name here, I want that the same name to check if it is existing or not. I will use the same thing. So data dot get and name. So this is what I have got. Now my variable name will store the name coming from JSON formatted data. Now before going ahead, I might search. So one thing should be clear in your mind, that we are also working with the database, right? If somebody has already searched for it, why I will just go ahead and again search for it, the name, same name, right? So this should be in your mind, right? So to tackle that, you can create one if condition and then check in the database if it is there or not. And then if it is there, you can just stop it there, that it is already existing. I won't be searching for the same name. So it will just do the same. We can do maybe, so what I want is, uh, what should I write? So should I directly go to database? Maybe, so let's try to write a name called maybe what, LinkedIn or profile. Let's call it profile equal to, now what I want to check if that name exists or not. So what I will do, can anyone suggest from this? So you have a model name, this LinkedIn profile. Should I write LinkedIn profile or any other name should be written?
Sir, it should be LinkedIn profile.
Right, because it is coming from this, I have to write it down like that. And also I'm calling it here, that's why it should be LinkedIn profile. So let's try to write it LinkedIn profile. It is suggesting me everything, but yeah, it's fine. Because you are working with Flask SQL algorithm, that's why you have to write query. Okay. Now the other extension comes, that is called filter by here, because I want to filter by the name only. That's why I have to write filter by. And if it is done, name, here I have to check from which column I have to match. So line number 32 is name. That should be written in the right side or left side whenever I'm doing filter. Which side it should be written? This variable.
It should be left side.
No, it's at right side.
Yeah, on the right side.
Yeah. So let's change the name of this and let's see. So you will see something. So if I, yeah, it is already suggesting, but anyway. So somebody said on the right side, this
Sir, where
will not. Yeah,
Sir, the column from which we are seeing on the database, it should be on the left side, and the variable, the value which we are checking, it should be on the right side.
yeah, good, very good. So it should be like this, right? And then so it gives you the data, but it won't be. So it can give you some one or two data or more than. It shouldn't be because we are using only unique. So that's not be a problem. But anyway, we'll try to use it. Use this first so that it can give us a first data. Whatever is there, the first data should be given to us, and we can use it somewhere. So till this point, we have created a variable. We might have to check it. So if it is existing, then we have to do something. So if profile, we might give some error and all that, yeah, it is already existing, something similar to it. But one thing should be in your mind, that now we are dealing with JSON data. So JSON data should be in curly braces, and it can be sent as maybe one quote, double quote, whatever. It can be sent in key value pair. So you have to follow that. You can see the comma, right? It is sending a key value pair which can give you the data. Now this line also suggests you to give a 200 code. It is not required, but it is fine. If you want to go ahead with 200, it's fine. You can change this code as well. It can be 201 or whatever you want to give. One more thing to be addressed here is, because we are using only a curly brace and all, and it should send some data. Along with that, you can just comma and then give 200. It is fine, but you have also written something called JSONify. You might not be able to give a comma and outside you can write a number. Okay, so be mindful while using JSONify. It should just, I'll first use this and then show the same code for it. So return, we can return the same message. Let's go ahead with that. Let's comment this and return JSONify. So you can see, right? So it suggests something. It gives me a small bracket. It starts off with this, and I have to write a curly brace. Fine. I'll just go ahead with this and tap maybe, yeah. So you can see, right? If you write 200 outside, it can give you an error. Have you tried this? Have you seen this before, or have you tried it? Is it giving you error? Anyone? JSONify. Anyone has tried? No.
Yeah, I tried, but and Justify doesn't work if you try to provide the code like
Serializable error it should be giving. Hopefully, yes. It gives. So I guess I have used it. I can show
for
you.
that. For that, I was using Marshall.
Marcel is so Marcel and Marcel with are, you can assume it like it creates some data for you, or in a well formatted way. Something like that is that. So
Yes,
it's
yes. I like
yeah,
already created the output fields like how I want the data to be sent in the JSON format, and I'm just using
yeah,
that data to provide the JSON file in the return statement with the code.
yeah. So you first set a field and then you can use Marcel and Marcel with, and it will send it in the same specific format. But here we can use JSONify. But yeah, so outside 200 might give you a JSON serializable error. It can be a possibility. So what you can do is you can just comma here, and maybe you can give 200 from here. So it might not give you a JSON serializable error. So if you're struggling with that kind of error, you can use something like this. Hopefully it works for you. Okay, let's keep it like that. I'll just keep it like that, and then after that, what? So now, right now, we have checked. If we have checked that it is there, then just show the already existing one. This would be a proper one. So let's, it is saying already existing. Okay, now the other condition, can you just tell me one condition, other condition, what we can do? What should we do if it doesn't exist? Then the name is not there in the database. Then what should we do?
What's
We
your
will
name?
give the we will give the message that name will not exist.
Uh, but the aim was to give them a result, right?
Searching for
So
internet.
return JSON with empty strings.
Okay, but our what was our aim? If somebody gives then, so let's come back here. So somebody gives the name, let's say. So I'm using the same name again. So if somebody gives the name, what should be our aim? If I press this, what should it do? Let's delete this one. Hopefully my app is running, not running. Yeah, let's come back here. So refresh this, and if I search for this name, if I press on it is not in the database right now. If I press this, what should be happening?
It should get add.
It should get something, right? It should do something and give it to me, right? Yes, no?
Yes.
Now here, what should I do then? So if it is not in the database, what should I do? I search for that name in the internet, right?
We will going to add it in a database
Before
by
adding, you
using the.
should get some data, right? You should be searching for it. Before adding, you should be searching for it so that you can get the URL. Are you getting the logic? So here, I just gave you the name here in this particular block, but I am also getting a result called LinkedIn URL, isn't it? I should be getting some data, right? Yes,
Yes, sir.
no? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So for that, I might have to use this function which we have written, scrap LinkedIn URL. We have to call this. Now you can see line number 17, it is name written over there. So what I have to do is I have to write something. Let's create one variable called link, and then I have to do something and use the name which is provided here, line number 32. So I will call this particular function. Now I believe I've got something so that I can store it in the database. If let's say I don't find anything, then what should I do? If I don't find anything in this variable, so should I create one if condition? If link is there, then only add the data in the database,
Yes.
right? So if link is there, then first of all, I have to create an instance where the things are being added. Because in our database, there are three things. The first one is primary key, so we don't have to bother about that. It will be auto incremented. The two things, other things are name and LinkedIn URL. So I will write something like this. So because the table name is LinkedIn uh, profile, and then I have to store it inside. So line number 10 is name, equal to line number 32 is name 1 and then comma. I want a LinkedIn URL. LinkedIn URL equal to this LinkedIn URL should match with line number 11. Okay. And then equal to
Link, no?
link. Good. Uh, we have done this. Let's try to create a variable so that we can directly do the commit and all. Maybe new, I will call it. New is the name of variable at the end. And then after that, because this is a SQL Alchemy database, I have to write db dot session dot we are adding for the first time. So that's why add and then the variable name which we have. So new. And if we are adding something, we have to commit at certain one of the point. So we'll be using db.session.commit. And if we want, you can just return something or you can redirect to something else. So I'll return here because we are not using this as a, we cannot redirect here because this is a API, not a normal Flask route. Okay. So we just return something. I'll return maybe name and URL. Sorry. Yeah. Give me a second. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Let's come back. Yeah. So here I will return something at the end. I'll do return and I will return a JSONify response. Okay. Uh, now, if I don't get anything, I can use else condition here also. So let's go ahead with that. Else return maybe not found or something error. Yeah, LinkedIn not found. It looks like that. Yeah, good. So this is what I will be doing. Till this point, any doubts what we have done just now? We have created a post request, a post function where we are maybe assuming that it can give a name or something. It is, if it is not giving, that's fine. Then we are checking for the data coming from inside from the body, and then after that I am filtering by the same name in the database. If it is giving something, then I would say it is already existing there, I won't be able to give you. And then after that I'm checking for the name. If there is nothing in the database, so I will be checking in the name, and then if I get something, I will store it in the database and I will return something. This is what we are doing. Till this point, everything is clear or any doubt till now? Uh, yes, no. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, it's clear.
Okay. Okay. So because the file name is different, I have to run that file, that is try.py. Yeah.
Sir, can you please repeat the scrap function again? How it is working?
Just understand it as a uh, library where you are just giving a name. It will return you some data about that name. or some data is LinkedIn profile. That's it. Just like that. So if you just give a name, that function will provide you a LinkedIn profile link. That's it. Are you getting that?
Sir, in line number 24, how the code is checking or getting that it is an href or it is a link, how it is doing that?
you, you are more focused on that particular function rather than the APIs. It will check. So you when you get a result, because I have said I want 5 results, so that's why it is checking from that those results, and it can check if there is something called href in that particular link or not. So it can check. It's possible. The
Okay, sir.
get is doing the trick here. This one.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So don't focus too much about this. Is not the agenda today. This agenda is this API. Okay. Any other doubt rather than this? Or one more question I have, if you don't have any doubt. Okay, I'll ask the question. I've just run this Python try.py. By seeing the code, can you tell me what is wrong and why it is not running? At least not running.
Sir, flags app is missing at the route we write.
Route, I'm okay with the route. It's fine. Without route, it should work. Any other thing?
App.run debug.
Correct. Yeah. So we are not running the file itself. That's why it is not doing anything. It just started and ended the file. So app dot run. At least this should be there. If you want, you can just write debug also. It's fine. But still, it shouldn't work for us. Let's it will run, but it shouldn't work. What should be the reason? You have attended the previous session. Hopefully, you remember how to run a API. By that hint, can you just tell me what should I add here so that it should run?
Sir, we have to give at the last API route that we given the flags in a form. In the API, we give it at the last API
Correct.
dot
So
resource.
we have not created a link yet. So API, because the variable name was that, we have to use a specific uh, extension that is called as add resources or resource, I would say. Here, capital R is used, but when you are calling here, it is a smaller one. So remember these things. Both are different resource. Now I have to give the name of the class that is in line number 29. That is look like LinkedIn search. So I can just use that. It starts off with small bracket and then it ends at that. I can use this particular link, but the URL main focus should be, because when you are running, let's say you see this, when you are running, this don't have a slash, right? Backslash, you can understand, right? So this is not here in this. That's why you have to write it here. Otherwise, if you just write LinkedIn search, it might not give you the correct result. It will, yeah. So it just tells you URL rule. It should start with the slash. It should be remembered whenever you are doing it, and focus on the code whenever it has been asked in the quiz or something, right? Okay, I can give any name. I can also write API slash something. It's fine. I will just use LinkedIn for now. LinkedIn search. Now we have done this. Now do you think it will run for us, or still there should be any error? Yes, no, I'll tell you after that. Should, yeah, should this be running?
Sir, I think yes, it should run.
Okay, so let's go ahead. Uh, because this is an API, we'll try to use it here, Thunder client, and then yeah, so I have this link. I will use it here, uh, and This is the starting one, and then linked in search. Now the body is being sent as name Pratham Bhalla. So let's try to search it. It gives us a result with a link. Fine. Somebody should have asked why then we have given name when in the URL itself we are not giving anything. It will be empty only. So is it possible that we can remove it?
Sir, we have to define, like, I think that.
Yeah. So if we have to use this particular parameter, we have to write it in that way. So slash LinkedIn, LinkedIn search, I would call it maybe search and slash, because name should be a string. I have to write it as a string and then colon and then name. It should match with the parameter here. Uh, Here, this one, so that it can understand what we are talking about. If it is name one, it might not understand. So this should be there. Otherwise, you won't be able to use it. So if I don't use it, even though if I give a name, it might give you error. That there is nothing we can do. We have to specifically write in the URL or the links or the added resources that this link should be there and it can be used for this particular class or the resource. Okay. Now these link can be used by any of the methods: post, get, put, delete, any of the methods. Okay. Hope it is clear.
Sir, but mostly that will be helpful in get and put only, na?
Yeah, it is. It is, yes. Obviously, I was just giving one example so that you can understand. It's fine, but it is not compulsory to only use in get and post. So what I wanted to cover here. So it is also okay to give it in post. It's fine. It can be used. Any other doubt right now? Have you understood till this point uh, what we have done and why we are doing it? Yes, no, something.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So now, as I said, because this is a JSON data sending and all, that's why we will get something in JSON formatted. And if I go ahead with the program which we have written and we are using and seeing in the screen, this kind of format can be given. So something almost similar, but few things are different. I'll just point you out because you already know these things. But so here the method should be predefined and only two methods can be used, get and post, because HTML form doesn't allow right now any other method. So by the use of this and by the use of request library, we can use line number 99, which says request dot method equal to post. So it will check if the method is post or not. So this is what it is being checked in this particular HTML file. So it is checked here if method is post or not. If method is post, it will match up with this line number 99, and then go ahead with the if condition. And then do the same kind of manipulation which we have did. So first one, we said, let's compare. So when you see, we said line number 31 that request dot get JSON, because it wanted a JSON response. Here it says line number 100, which is like request dot form, because we are getting some data from form. This, right? You're getting some data from form. So it changes that. And then get and the whatever the form is giving. So form is giving by the name here, name equal to name. So we will take the data from that and then do the same thing what we have done in the API. almost similar kind of functioning, but few changes are different. Few things are different. Have you got the context? We are doing the same kind of thing. Yes, no?
Hmm.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. So now this function can use both get and post in the same route. It is fine, but we might have to define a get here. So just see this line number 110 is calling for all the data from the LinkedIn. We might create one get function that does maybe I'll create it here so that it will be easier. So I will create a get function which gives you a specific data, a specific row, maybe, right? So let's try that. Get, can you just help me with the code? Can you tell me what should I write after get? You can see the later part. Yeah, you can see this without.
In the bracket, you will write self, comma, name.
Yeah. Uh, why is the requirement name here? Do we need name to do something?
Yes, sir. For searching, we need the name.
Okay, we'll use name then. Okay, let's do that. And then after that, what should I do? I want a specific name from database to be sent to the particular user in the JSON format. What should I do? So it is suggesting so many things, but I want a easier version. What should I do? I only want one particular row or first row. What should I write?
First, we will check that name is exist in our database or not.
Okay. So what should I write here to check?
If name, if name,
Uh,
and then
no, no. Okay. So you're just reading it, but you said something else. You said if name is existing in our database or not. So now tell me that only. If name is existing, to check that, what should I do? Not for this name, line number 30 name. What you have
Um,
said. Yeah,
we need to query it. We need to query it.
correct, correct. So we have a model. I guess we had opened it already. We'll just
sir, why
In one of
can't
the in one of
yeah,
the we have to make any variable, and in the variable we'll query the names from the name which is getting in the parameters,
correct.
and from there and in that database name exists. If the name exists, then we will do whatever we want to do the operation, else we can say that that name is not present or anything, any error we want.
Yeah, perfect. Yes, same. So I will create one variable. We can call it maybe profile again. So we have already used it, profile, and then we will call it from the database. So because the file or the database name or model name is linked in profile, now we have to query based on the basis of name. So I'll write query dot filter by and then give it a name. So because the name is same, so name equal to name, uh, name, and then it ends. Then I want a specific one row, so I'll just write it first. Now I have a data inside my variable. I can now check if I have got something. I will, if I've got something, I will return the data of the that particular row. And if I don't get anything, I will just return this profile is not there. That's it. So it is suggesting the same thing. That's it. The other lady who was just started with the things. Can have you understood what has happened?
yes, sir. That if that I am telling it is checking whether a variable in which
Yeah.
we are storing that name is
Yes.
present
So
is have or not, and
yeah,
this query is checking from the database.
correct. So it is also okay to first check if we have got something from the main, but uh, when you said I will check from the database only, so for that reasoning we have to do this. If we want to check specifically that if we have got something, some name from the URL, then you can uh, check first of all the name. So let's see if it works for us or not. So we have created a get function now in the API. We will run our app. We will go to this particular place and use a get method here, and the URL remains the same because we are using the same particular class. Okay, so class is LinkedIn search, and okay, this is not the, yeah, LinkedIn search, and we have the same URL. But one thing to should be in your mind that we are also expecting name. If I just use this for a get, what error should I be getting? Just maybe guess what error we should be getting. Or there is no error. Anyone?
I forget we
Um,
have to give.
Yeah, if we don't give name, what
okay.
error we might get?
Okay, for we are requesting the get method, and the get function require one yeah, parameter called name, and if we don't give that parameter, it will throw error.
Yeah, which error, which status code maybe.
Uh,
Just
maybe
guess.
not found error, maybe URL not found,
Okay. Anyone
maybe.
else wanna try? Any other error?
Sir, on line number 33, we have said return error, profile not found, I think.
Okay. Okay. The other one is saying this one, and then anyone else wanna try any other? Anyone, and then we'll see. Okay. I believe nobody wants to speak. Or okay, let's see. This is the URL which we have. We are expecting a name here, but we have not set a boundary condition where if we will not get a name or what should be done. So let's see. This body has no role here. Okay, so try to understand that because this is a get request, we don't need a body and all. This can be there, but it is of no use. So let's send it, and yeah, we have got something which is saying not found as well as error. Why is the reason of it? Somebody said not found and all, right? So the reason can be, so here, if even if I am sending a get request, it doesn't give me name, I'm okay with that. None is okay, it's fine. That's why I'm going ahead and checking the profile if something is there. It was not there, so I move on to the else condition. Have you got it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we had and handle it somewhere. Now let's do one thing. I remove this. Now tell me what should we be getting? What kind of error or any other man-made error or whatever? What should be
Sir,
getting? Yeah,
sir, what URL we have registered? Can you just show, sir?
yeah. These are the two URL which we have. LinkedIn search, this one, and LinkedIn search with a name.
Sir, this first one, first URL, sir, this is mapped to. Okay, sir, we can
This
go
is
ahead with
mapped
that.
to full class. So whenever we want to use for any method, we can use it.
Okay, sir. Sir, I think again we'll get the same thing because. Oh, sorry, my mistake, sir. I don't think there is any such method that will be invoked. So I
Okay, so
think.
which error we will get?
Maybe this time we will get not found, because at that time we were setting the name with a default value none. So at that time it was taking the none value, and the none does not exist in the query. So we are getting that profile not found JSON, And this time we are not providing any default value. We are just accepting a variable in the get, and we are
Mm.
not providing in the and we are not providing that get in the URL itself. So this time maybe it will throw 404 page not found maybe.
Okay,
Yes, sir,
so
because the URL itself will not get invoked.
okay, so let's try it. Uh, we will send same URL. We are not using any name and all. We'll send it. We have got something like this.
Okay.
So you will get a internal server error because we were expecting something in the URL. We missed a required parameter, I would say parameter or argument, you can call anything. uh, it was required to use this particular get function. That's why you are getting 500. And here you can see this type error and 500. Remember these things, okay? So 500 and type error both are common, okay?
Okay.
Because
And this
you
type
were,
of
yeah, sorry.
okay. Yeah, I was telling that okay, this type of errors come under 500 internal server error. Okay.
Yes, yes. Okay, so this is the thing. Now, if we can just give maybe name, let's try it. Yeah, again, maybe Pratham only. Pratham. So this is what I'm giving. Same name, what is written over here. Hopefully, it is in the database now. So if I send it, uh,
Sir,
yeah,
in the URL, can we send space, sir?
yeah, it will work here. It's fine. It will understand in this Thunder client. Uh, First of all, let's see if we have the data of this guy or not. Okay, it is there, but we have got error. Yeah, somebody just said it should have matched. Have
Sir, I
written
think
wrong
there
name?
is
Yeah.
syntax for sending space, sir. I think it is percentage
No,
20.
no, no. I written some different.
Spelling mistake was there in the URL.
Yeah, a Thunder client will
Okay,
handle
okay,
it. It's fine.
okay, sir.
In the URL, it might get like that. I'll just use it in the browser maybe.
In the
There,
browser, if we give some spaces, I saw it automatically provide some percentages. Maybe some
yeah,
escapes. It
correct,
means that
correct. It
that
matches.
tell that tell the server that there is a space.
Yeah. In so Google Chrome now understand it, but in the previous versions where JavaScript was not that popular, there it was just sending some error and all. So it was like that. So now it handles. And Thunder Client always handles because this is a uh, extension which is used mostly for development. So it is okay. It's right. Okay. The error previously was because I just given a wrong name. Okay, so it is giving us a result. It's now working, like it is giving us the data, it is giving the URL and the name. So we have now got two instances, get post are working for us. Now it is possible if you want to update something, it is fine. We can use it. I will not go ahead with that. I will ask you to code it. You have the code already. I will just use maybe, so I'll just show you and then we'll move on to delete one so that will be faster. We don't have much time right now. Uh, Update looks like this. So we can use patch or put, it's fine. But yeah, so same thing. We will, because we want some data from the user, it should work as a post kind of environment. So that we are using get JSON. Okay. Then because we have got some JSON response from the body, we will use it using dot get. Right, so two things, name and new link, any one is fine. uh, then after that I will be checking if I've got some data or not. If I have not got any data, I will just say name and LinkedIn URL are required, this and that. That's a validation check and all. And then after that, I will filter by the name so that I can check if it is existing or not. If it is existing, then only I will do some changes. Uh, have you got the context? Here I have one thing you should see. So here, for updating, you have to write the profile name and the column name. I'm using only one, so don't get confused that only one thing will be updated. This is just for the sake of doing it. Uh, the actual working is happening here. So I'm doing this in a, while you see in the browser, this update is happening from this function, okay, route. So here one is missing, only LinkedIn URL is changing. Okay, so don't get confused. But same code will be used. Any doubts in this? Any doubts? Input?
No, sir.
Okay. So similar kind of thing. Now we'll use the delete one. Uh, it it is also similar. We need a data. If we have got some data, we will check if it is existing. Then we will delete it. We'll just try this one, and I'll write the code. So anyone can suggest me how to write the code for delete the function. I'll be using def. I'm giving the name delete, and then after that, can I use delete one? Anyone, if you, I can do. Can I use this delete one inside a class?
Maybe not, because when we use those operation like in the Thunder client, you choose delete. Maybe the API search for that particular definition name. Like for
Yeah,
here, if you type delete one, maybe it won't use this function delete one.
yeah, good. It shouldn't be using any other name but for the method name. Uh, it is your homework. Everyone just try it out if it is working for you or not. Let's go ahead. After that, self, and then because we need some data, it can come from the body or it can come from the URL itself. It's fine. We might use URL because in the HTML, let's go to HTML. When you see this, uh, this line, so line number 81, after that, you have a form. Because we have to call a particular route, we have to give the URL for, and then the function name, and then you have to give a ID. So this is working like I am giving some data in the URL, not in the body. Okay, it typically it should be happening like that. When you are working with delete operation, you should send it while a URL, using a URL, not a body mostly. But for put and post, it should be using body. The data should be sent in a body. Hopefully, it makes sense. Okay, let's
Sir,
go.
for put the new name or the new link is sent in the body, na?
Yeah, that's right. So whenever you have a data to be sent or to be changed, you will use body. And if it is just instance which you are asking for, or you want to do some manipulation on the instance, you can use the URL. So get and delete works similar. You can assume like that. So get and delete works similar, and put and post works on a similar format. You can think like that. You can build an analogy on that. Okay. Okay. So this is the thing. So I'll just because I need some data to be deleted, so I will just call it a name and do it. You can call it a ID and others as well. It's fine. It's up to you, because we nobody will know the ID, right, to delete it. So we can use name here, and also I have written it here as name and string. So that's why I'm using it. It can change to ID and it can become int colon ID. It's fine. Okay. On the similar thing, what we have done in this line. So I'll be doing the same again. I am using this profile. If it exists, then I will delete it. So delete operation similar. It works similar like adding. So I will do this db.session.delete. I'm using the variable which I'm deleting, and then after that I will commit it and do. If you want to return something, it's fine. If you don't want to do any return anything, it's also fine. It's okay. Okay. And we, if you want to handle the else part, that is, this profile doesn't exist or something, you can just use it like that. So I will not be writing maybe else. I will just return this. Yeah. Any doubts in this? Have you got the context why I have not used else here? Anyone can tell me why I have not used else? Instead, directly I have used return.
Because if the profile will not be found, then it won't go inside the if block. It will directly print the profile not found return statement.
Hmm. But yeah, so but the analogy was in my mind was, if let's say if you have found the profile, it will return. So return means it will stop here. The exit point is here, line number
Yes,
42. It will
because
not
there
go.
is a return statement, so it
Yeah,
won't execute. Also,
the other
it
one.
won't
Yes.
execute. Also, yes.
Yeah. So if it was just print or something, I would have to use else. Otherwise, if it is returning it, I don't have to worry too much about else and all. Okay. Okay. So
Yes.
this is the thing. I will just use delete one. So delete. I've given a name. Let's see if it is deleting. Okay, it is not run. Uh, So app is running. I'll run the same thing. So delete. I've changed it, and a URL is same. So I send, and I've got a delete message. It is deleted. Till this point, have you got the analogy how API works? Any question in that? How, why we are using Thunder client, and why we are not going for a browser to see the data?
Thunder client or any other client in the VS Code or any other client, like there are many in application base also. They provide us functionality to post or put or update the JSON file directly from the client itself. This thing is not possible from the browser. So
Yeah.
that's why we are using. So that's why we are using this type of clients. And
Okay.
also, uh
Yeah. But point here was, so in the starting itself, I said that why we are using uh, Thunder client is because we have not studied yet about JavaScript. We could have used this particular API call when we might have used framework. We can use directly that and show it in the screen. The part where why we are using only Thunder client to show the data is because we have only studied about Jinja to provide the details in the browser. That's why we are having a constraint. That's why we are showing it. Otherwise, we can show it, but we will be using JavaScript or its framework. So in Mat2, you'll be using Vue to do that. Okay. So this is what it is different in Mat2. So API you can use it, but the JSON data would not be used for sending in Jinja or HTML file. Okay, so you can use it, but it won't be a good idea to use it while using Jinja. So keep it in mind, and when you are doing your project, you can create API, but you should not use it in the app. Using it in a sense, you should use Jinja. Okay, so Jinja formatting is like this. So you use a route, you redirect, you render template. This is what is the requirement of this particular Mad1 project. Okay, so Many people still, so I just open this course, you will get the same kind of doubts asked every year, every term. I was just replying to the same doubt. So that's, I'm making it clear here itself, whoever has joined can understand that. Okay, now how many of you have tried to just code along or tried to code one of the function, get a post, or anyone has tried or no? Right, yeah. So was it working for you? It was working.
Yes, so one first function, like post, right? It was working actually.
Okay, I will suggest you go ahead and use the that uh, HTML file as well. So what you have to do is create a templates folder. Okay, instance is already there. So create a templates folder. Use index.html or any index1.html, and yeah, you already have these two files hopefully, and try to run it and see if you are able to uh, show the see the this kind of page. If you are able to do it, please tell me. And then try to search something. I will ask everyone to do it maybe. So just copy paste would be a thing. So what you have to do is uh, create two files. Create uh, app.py and model.py, and the other would be create templates folder. Inside that, index dot, yeah, index1 dot maybe html, and then run app.py. Do it and tell me if you are able to run it and see the browser. Everyone, just try it. Let's see to get the data.
Sir, the difference between fields and repars is this: the fields we use in Marshall with to convert our data into the format that we have written in the field, and the in repars check whether the data we have passed is in a format of the JSON or not.
So you request parser is you are getting data from the front end side. You get the data from that, and the field which you are suggesting is it is for the backend. So that is particularly, so what you are doing is you are saying in this format only keep the data and send it in that key value pair. That is what it is doing. So field is like used like that. You can just go. Yeah, I had created this. Yeah, I had used it in my app itself, but yeah, this is the request argument. So I take it everything. So I will use it like this. I will use it, and then I would say argument. So what you're doing in the form in this HTML Jinja formatting, you are saying name equal to username. Here you have to add an argument while using request parser. Okay, this is the thing, and this is the field which you are using, field.string, and this is the same format which you can use here. Line number 54, Marshall with user field.
Sir, what this add underscore argument is doing?
Mm, this is just defining what data we want from the front end. So we only want, so for this, let's say user request argument, it will only take username, email, and password from the front end. So if you give, let's say, some extra credential, it will take, but it won't understand what is that. It won't use it anywhere. So these are the things which is required. I've written required equal to true. If it is not provided, I will send this message, error message, that you have not given to me, and then use it here. Okay, so I will use it here to save it, just like you do for your routes. You use name equal to something, right? You name equal to username, and then using request dot get, you are taking it, right? Here you will be using request parser.
Okay, sir.
Or if you don't want to use parser, let's say if you don't want to go ahead with these the thing, you can directly use what we have used today. So uh, you can directly use get JSON. That's enough. It depends on you how to use it. I have not used request parser. You can use get JSON also. It will do the same thing.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Anyone tried to run the app? Are you able to do that?
Yes, sir.
So have you got a link? So have you tried your name? You got the
Yes.
LinkedIn
Sir,
correct
is
one
there
or
any way? Is there any way to like search for different people like for same name?
yeah?
Like
If you
how
are
can?
popular, you will get the name. So this is like that. So,
Okay.
my profile comes, I guess, in the starting. So I have also got. So here you can see in the left bottom corner, it is saying Sri Krishna Pandey, but the spelling was something different. So SHR double E triple E something like that was coming for few instances. So it was not correct, but yeah, it was doing the job.
Okay.
This is working. Hopefully, okay, my app is not running. Uh, let's see. It is already there. So, anyone give your name? Let's see if searches the correct one or not. Any name? Nobody want to speak?
Vedant Sampati.
Bhaskaran Nada. Try.
Okay, I have to check the name spelling.
No,
Bhaskaran.
which is not. Yeah, it's okay.
And then
NADR.
NAT.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see. Let's see if it searches. Okay, is this your profile?
No,
No.
this is somebody else. That's all right.
It tried.
That's okay.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
thanks a lot. You at least taught me how to check the APIs. No, I've been
Yeah.
trying on my project. I written
Yeah.
the API code, but I wasn't. I was fumbling around how to probably log in and then through the
Yeah.
API.
Yeah.
Your demo here completely helped me out, and I parallelly compiled it. Thank you very much.
Okay. 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 Great. Great.
I
Great.
used
Great.
the Thunder. What is this? Thunder, right?
Thunder client. Thunder client.
Thunder client. That is very quite useful.
Yeah, it is. So in between, it was chargeable also. It was charging for a bit, but then it was free now, so it is working for us.
What I did was I actually wrote some of those codes to probably use a iframe and then try to probably fetch it as an
Oh,
API. That was a little
okay.
cumbersome, so I wanted to know
Yeah.
how do I demonstrate to people. It's good, at least. Good that your presentation was very good. Thanks.
Yeah. Thanks. 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 Yeah. So hopefully it was a useful session for all others also. Try it out. So I would suggest maybe try to create something for. So I've created for LinkedIn. You can use the same code for maybe any other platform. Try it out. So at least try to code for post maybe. Start off with that and then maybe try to see if it is working. You can use this. It is free. DuckDuckGo is free for now, so you can just use this particular function and try to search for maybe any other platform, Instagram or any other platform. You just have to change the name of the site. That's it. Okay, so that's about it for today. Hopefully, it was a useful one. You can check the code in my GitHub and run the app. Yeah. Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Good night.